Hello. In this class, we are going to learn some important questions in polynomials. I mean, 10th class polynomials. In the annual exams, they will ask some questions related to alpha and beta. So you know that every quadratic polynomial, it is having two roots. That first root we can call it as alpha, and the second root we can call it as beta. So ax square plus bx plus c is the general form of a quadratic polynomial. So it is having two roots. One root is alpha, the second root is the beta. And you know the relation between this alpha and beta also. So we know that alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, and alpha beta is equal to c by a. Alpha beta is equal to c by a. I mean, alpha plus beta is always equals to the negative of the x quotient by the x square quotient, and product of the roots is equal to constant by the x square quotient. This is the condition we know. On basis of these two conditions, in annual exam, they will ask some different types of questions. So this is one of the important pattern questions. Here I have taken 5 questions. In these 5 questions, if you solve, you will get some idea how to solve these type of questions. So now, if you see the first question, the question is, if alpha beta are the zero of quadratic polynomial, f of x is equal to x square minus px plus q, then find the value of x square plus alpha square plus beta square. So we know alpha plus beta is equal to minus b by a, alpha beta is equal to c by a. But he is asking what is the value of x square plus alpha square plus beta square is asking. So we have an algebraic formula a square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2e. So this is an algebraic formula. A square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2a. If you convert this into alpha and beta terms, alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So this is, by using this formula, we can find the value of alpha square plus beta square. But first we know that f of x polynomial is given that x square minus px plus q. So if alpha and beta, alpha comma beta are zeros given, then alpha plus beta is equal to, you know that, minus b by a, that means minus into minus plus p by a means quotient of x square is 1. So alpha plus beta is equal to plus p. You don't want to write plus, you can write as p. And alpha beta value is alpha into beta is equal to c by a, that is equal to q by 1, that is equal to q. So I know the value of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. If I want to find the value of alpha square plus beta square, my formula is alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. So alpha plus beta, you know that p square minus 2 into alpha beta. Alpha beta is equal to what? Q. So the value is p square minus 2q is the value of alpha square plus beta square. So like this, we can solve this question. You know the value of alpha plus beta and you know the value of alpha beta. By using this type of these two formulas, you can find these two values. But he is asking what is the alpha square plus beta square. Must and should you know the algebraic formula, that is a square plus b square is equal to a plus b whole square minus 2a. By using this formula, we are finding alpha square plus beta square is equal to alpha plus beta whole square minus 2 alpha beta. Alpha plus beta we got p, and alpha into beta we got q. If you substitute those values in the formula, this is p square minus 2q. So the answer is p square minus 2q is the answer for the first question. So this is the value of alpha square plus beta square. If I go for the second question, this is also one of the important pattern question. You see that question, that is, the quadratic polynomial use zeros are this. Here zeros are given. One zero is 3 plus root 5 and another zero is 3 minus root 5. You require to form a quadratic polynomial by using these zeros. So you know the formula, that is, if alpha comma beta are zeros of quadratic polynomial, then the quadratic polynomial is k of x square minus alpha plus beta of x plus alpha beta. This is the formula. This is the general form of a quadratic polynomial, when you know the two roots, I mean one root is alpha and the second root is beta, then if you substitute these directly in the given formula also you will get the answer. But in the simple way, first you find the value of alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta is equal to, you know that 3 plus root 5 plus 3 minus root 5. These two will be cancelled. And the answer is 6. And alpha into beta is 3 plus root 5 into 3 minus root 5. This is in the form of a plus b to a minus b. That is equal to a square minus b square. This is 3 square minus root 5 square. This is 9 minus 5. This is 4. So I know the values of alpha plus beta and alpha beta. If you substitute these values in the given formula, k of x square minus alpha plus beta is 6 and x plus alpha beta is 4. So k of x square minus 6x plus 4, there is no denominators, let k is equal to 1. My quadratic polynomial is x squared minus 6x plus 4. So this is the quadratic polynomial. This is the quadratic polynomial whose roots are 3 plus root 5 and 3 minus root 5. So this is one of the important formula to write a quadratic polynomial. When you know the zeros, I mean when you know the zeros means alpha and beta value. So you substitute those values in the given formula, then you will get the quadratic polynomial. So this is also one of the important pattern question. Sometimes you will give the zeros. We require to write the quadratic polynomial according to given zeros. While writing these zeros, you need to use this particular formula. So if we discuss about the third question, all these questions are alpha beta related questions only, but in that pattern they will ask some different pattern questions. So you require to attempt every question and you need to practice every type of question. Otherwise, in exam you can't do those type of questions. You feel some new questions. But if you practice these type of questions, it is easy to solve at the time of examination. Here in the third question, if alpha beta are the zeros of this polynomial, here quadratic polynomial is given. So he is asking to find the value of alpha inverse plus beta inverse. If you see this question, we know the alpha plus beta, but alpha into beta, but how can I find the alpha inverse and beta inverse? Don't need to confuse. Given quadratic polynomial is given as x square plus 5x plus 5. By this we can find alpha plus beta. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a, that is equal to minus 5 by 1, that is minus 1. And alpha beta is equal to c by a, that is equal to 5 by 1, that is equal to 5. So these two values are we can find easily. But the value of what value is asking? Alpha inverse and beta inverse. That is alpha inverse plus beta inverse. You know the exponential identities. A to the power of minus 1 is equal to 1 by a. This I can write 1 by alpha. This I can write 1 by beta. If I go for the LCM alpha beta, this will be alpha plus beta, beta plus alpha. So alpha plus beta. Now you know that alpha plus beta value already defined, that is minus 5. Alpha beta value already I find, that is by 5. So the answer is minus 1. So alpha inverse plus beta inverse I got minus 1. So if you apply some different types of identities, if you apply some knowledge in the exponential exponent identities, then you will get this value easily. First you find the value of alpha plus beta, then afterwards alpha beta. Then you go for the question that is alpha inverse plus beta inverse. This alpha inverse and beta inverse, we can write it as 1 by alpha and 1 by beta. By that, if you go for the LCM, you will get as alpha plus beta by alpha beta. This alpha plus beta already you know, and alpha beta already you know. Those values, if you substitute in the question, you will get the value of alpha inverse plus beta inverse is equal to minus 1. So this is also one type of pattern. So if I go for the fourth question also very interesting. So these type of pattern questions also you will get in exam. So both CPSC and state students also these type of questions they will get. So if you practice these type of questions, it will be very easy. So here the quadratic polynomial is x square minus k plus 6 of x plus 2 into 2k minus 1. Find the value of k if alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 2 alpha beta. So the given question alpha beta is already it is given that they are the roots, I mean zeros. Then he's asking what he's given one condition. By using this condition, you need to find the value of k. Here, minus k of minus of k plus 6 is the quotient of x, and this complete term is the c term, and this is the quotient of x. So here b value is minus of k plus 6 and c value is 2 of 2k minus 1. If you write this quadratic equation as this, x square minus k plus 6 of x plus 2 of 2k minus 1. This is my quadratic formula. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus of a plus 6, and c is equal to 2 of 2k minus 1. First you identify these values. Then the given condition is alpha plus beta is equal to 1 by 2 of alpha beta. This is the given condition. 1 by 2 of alpha beta. Alpha plus beta, you know that minus b by a is equal to 1 by 2 into c by a. This a cancel. Minus b is equal to c by 2. Now you substitute the values of this b and c. Then it is easy to find the value of k. Now b value is minus minus plus. This will become k plus 6. And c is equal to 2 of 2k minus 1 by 2. This 2 cancel. K plus 6 is equal to 2k minus 1. K minus 2k is equal to minus 1 minus 6. Minus k is equal to minus 7. Therefore, k is equal to 7. So this is the method to solve this question. First, you identify the values of a, b, c according to the general form of a quadratic polynomial. This is the form of ax square plus bx plus c. A is equal to 1 and b is equal to minus of k plus 6 and c is equal to 2 of 2k minus 1. If you substitute those values in alpha plus beta and alpha minus beta, alpha into beta, then it is easy to find the value of k. So this type of pattern questions also you will get in SSC examination, both in CBSE and state. So you practice more these type of questions according to the given condition. You will get the value of k. This type is also very important. The last one here, this is also one different pattern question. This is also given in previous papers. I have seen so many questions, these type of pattern questions. I mean, if 1 0 of the quadratic polynomial is given, quadratic polynomial is given as a square plus 9 of x square plus 13x plus 6c. This is given quadratic polynomial. Here you require to read the question properly. 1 0 of the quadratic polynomial is reciprocal of others. Actually, zeros are one is alpha and another one is beta. But here 1 0 is the reciprocal of other, means the second 0 should be 1 by alpha, because the both are the reciprocals to each other is given. So the first 0 is alpha. If the first 0 is alpha, then the second 0 is the reciprocal, means that will be 1 by alpha. If by reading this question we can say that alpha and beta are the zeros, then alpha into beta is equal to c by a, you know. But the product of two reciprocals, I mean these two reciprocals, you will get 1. Therefore, alpha into beta should be equals to 1. So alpha into 1 by alpha. Beta value is 1 by alpha. You know that alpha into beta is equal to c by a. This you put the values of c and a. This is complete. 6a is the c and a is the a square plus 9. So alpha cancels. I will distribute. So 6a by a square plus 9 is equal to 1. By cross multiplication, a square plus 9 is equal to 6a. So a square plus minus 6a plus 9 is equal to 0. Now I got a quadratic equation. So this is a connecting to quadratic polynomial converted to quadratic equation. If you add, you want to get minus 6. If you multiply, you want to get, this is in the form of a minus 3 whole square. If you observe carefully, a square plus b square minus 2ab. Then this I can write, this is a minus 3 whole square is equal to 0. A minus 3 is equal to 0. So a is equal to 3. So if you observe carefully, this is in the form of a minus 3 whole square. A minus 3 whole square means a square minus 2 into 3 into a plus 3 square. This is in this form. So this is a square minus 2ab plus b square. So directly I wrote it is in the form of a minus 3 whole square. If a minus 3 whole square is equal to 0, a minus 3 is equal to 0, then a is equal to 3. So here this question is somewhat complicated. You need to understand what is reciprocal and what is its use. The reciprocal means the product of two reciprocals is one. So one is alpha and another one is 1 by alpha. The product of these two is 1. That is equal to C by A. By using this identity, I mean alpha into beta is equal to C by A, where alpha beta is equal to 1. So C is 6A and this is A square plus 9. By cross multiplication, I got a quadratic equation. But this quadratic equation is in the form of a minus b whole square. That's why I wrote it is a minus 3 whole square is equal to 0. There a minus 3 is equal to 0, a is equal to 2. So if you practice more these type of questions in quadratic polynomial or polynomials, it is very, very important. You will get so many questions. I mean, very important questions are there. So these are the method to solve these type of pattern questions. Thank you.